But as always, we like to start with something light on the show. You know what I mean? I wanted to start with one of my favorite super chats from this week's edition of America First.
And we're hanging out at the party. We're getting ready to split.
You know, I say that every time. I should just play that at the end of the episode, and I forget to every single time when we're getting ready to leave. But this is a time code that I have from an episode of America First with our good friend Nicholas J. Fuentes, right? And you know me, that super chat's first, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I love listening to the dumb shit that the super chatters say, and then Nick just goes off on him and starts attacking his own fan base. He goes, "You guys are all fucking faggots. I'll see you tomorrow, where I will make $10,000 on the next super chats." You know what I mean? Thank you very much. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your evening. He says that every time he ends an episode. You ever notice that? He goes, "Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening," and he ends the stream. It's like the most polite shit in the world. He just got done calling people pajeets and niggers and saying women should shut the fuck up. And he goes, "And you all enjoy the rest of your evening," and ends the stream. Like, isn't that crazy?
It is.
It's like psychopathic. But listen to this super chat. I thought this was very, very funny. Oh, shit. Wait, I forgot to change the podcast audio to our shit so us and the audience can hear it. Every now and then I do that.
And yes, Friday show. I want to wake up the members of my nation. Finish it, Nicker. It's your time to be. There is no chance unless you take one.
Wake up the members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one.
Now, those sound like some pretty serious ass quotes, right? Like, there's no chance to be, or there's no chance unless you take one. Now it's our time to be, like, all this like crazy. Like, listen to how inspirational this sounds. Look at this. Nick is you cannot get a bad freeze frame with Nick. If you guys are just listening to the audio right now, he's sitting there, he hears these phrases, and he has his hand up as if he's actually receiving the word of God with his eyes closed and his hand in the air to be praising these phrases right now. These three main phrases. It was, "I want to keep up the members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take it," right? He's like, that sounds like the most inspirational shit. Nick is sitting here with his eyes closed and hands in the air as if he's hearing the words of Allah. You know? Now, where is this coming from? Do you know? I know, but do you know?
I don't know, but I'm going to assume it's some sort of song.
It might be. Listen to this.
Up the members of my nation. It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one. Yeah. Yeah, we watch a little iCarly.
Now, were you expecting that? You were not expecting that.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, you weren't.
I was not.
Yeah, we watch a little iCarly. Look at the face that he makes when he says this. He goes, yeah.
I 100% believe this man watched iCarly.
Is that not the best?
I believe
Is that not the best thing you've ever heard? I heard this and I go, ah! I start doing my little laugh when it's like so funny to me. I actually squeal like a bitch, guys. Like, I'm not joking. If it's like very, very funny to me, and it's not something that I do like involuntarily. I do it like as part of the joke. I go, oh God. Like, you know, I try to make it like I'm like a hysterical Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny. But yeah, well, I heard that. He goes, we watch a little iCarly. Look at his face here. He goes, so what? You got me. You know, his face right now is like, this is like he's a character from iCarly right now.
Yeah.
He's in the background going, you know what I mean? With his shoulder shrug. He goes, oh, well, like, you know, we watch a little iCarly. I love that. From the preaching to we watch a little iCarly. You know, he's literally like, yes, say the words of iCarly into my veins. Inject that shit in me. He goes, please, I need it. I need the iCarly. Now, I don't know anything about iCarly, and I don't talk shit. You know, it is what it is, right? But I'm guessing now that those are lyrics from, like, the opening song or something, from the show.
Yeah.
Right? And it's so funny. He's hearing the fucking opening of iCarly. He goes, oh, God, yes. He goes, let me receive that into my heart and my soul. He does this, right? He looks like he's Heiling Hitler right now. For
does.
those of you who are just listening at home, he looks like he's Heiling Hitler. He's talking about how much he loves iCarly. Is this not the greatest?
It is.
Listen to this.
It's your time to be. There's no chance unless you take one. Yeah. Yeah, we watch a little iCarly. We watch a little iCarly. Nothing wrong with that. It's my comfort show. You know when you need to turn on a TV show and you just need it to feel comfortable? You know what I mean?
I do.
Sometimes you just want something on the TV that just makes you feel like you don't want to commit suicide all the time.
And that's iCarly. For Nick, it's iCarly. That is the fucking cutest goddamn thing in the world. How the fuck does anyone hate this guy?
Well,
I mean, yeah, so what? He talks about race and shit. Like, you know what's funny is we actually keep up with. He's not like a crazy race. Like, he really is not the crazy person that people think he is. He says a lot of crazy shit. I don't think if he was like, if the government went up to Nick Fuentes and was like, hey, Nick, we're going to like come up with a program where we hang a bunch of blacks and Jews in like a town square. Like, you're going to be on board with that? You want to like head that program? I don't think Nick would be like, yeah, dude, let's do it. You know,
right.
It's not like he's this crazy like person. I don't think he's like that. He just says crazy shit, which, yes, you know, we get it. And he is the Christian stuff. You wipe yourself out with that. You need to wipe your hard drive of that shit. Like, I'm not saying that you can't be a Christian, but the way he talks about it, it's very faggy to me. You know, I think God even is looking down going, will you chill? You know what I mean? He goes, calm the shit down, please. God damn. But then he goes, let's do a little, it's my comfort show. It makes me not want to kill myself, iCarly. He says this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is fucking crazy, the spectrums. This guy's mind must be like a battlefield. It must be crazy inside Nick Fuentes' mind. To go from, I'm not kidding, to go from like, the Jews are taking over the world, which they kind of are, let's be real. He goes, the Jews are taking over the goddamn world. He's saying the N-word. He's insanely politically savvy. And then in the other parts of the other catacombs of his mind is iCarly and chicken fingers and cheese fries and pizza.
He's
you
a
know,
middle schooler.
He is a fucking tiny kid with all these crazy fucking like extreme adult thoughts just racing through his mind. And the craziest part is like, he's intellectually like capable of handling all of them. You know, you kind of get where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Like, he's a very well put together person for the fucking caricature that he is. You know, this thing that is Nick Fuentes is surprisingly well put together. And then the craziest part to me, which is the part that I don't think people give him enough credit for, is he understands his place. It's not even like he sits there and tries to be this thing where he's not like that. He's not. He goes, yeah, the women, you know, I'm kind of too scared to talk to women. I'm not even good with women. You know, I want a wife, but like still, you know, he goes, I don't really like leaving the house a whole lot. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm a hermit crab, bro. I'm just hanging out. I'm an incel. Like, he's never going to like shy away from that. Right. You know, it's kind of like crazy to watch. It's almost like, I'm almost like sitting on the edge of the tank watching them. Like, that's kind of like how I feel when I watch this show.
Little iCarly. We watch a little iCarly. Nothing wrong with that. It's my comfort show. You know when you need to turn on a TV show and you just need it to feel comfortable? You know what I mean? Sometimes you just want something on the TV that just makes you feel like you don't want to commit suicide all the time. Can anyone relate to that? You know what I'm talking about? Because you put on these other shows and
He looked like he was on the verge of committing suicide right then and there. Look at his face when he goes, you know what I'm talking about? Eyes wider than fuck. Look like they're about to pop out of his head. He goes, somebody, there's nobody there with him. He's literally by himself in a room with the camera right now, begging for somebody to jump through it and go, I do know what you're talking about, Nick.
feel like you don't want to commit suicide all the time. Can anyone relate to that? You know what I'm talking about?
Look at that face right there. He looks down at the... Oh, I lost the frame. He literally, like, that was almost a perfect frame. I wish I didn't
Sometimes
lose
you
it.
just
looking down at the ground like, you know what I'm talking about? Literally going
Just
like,
want something
hello,
on the
darkness, my old friend.
TV that just makes you feel like you don't want to commit suicide all the time. Can anyone relate to that? Do you know what I'm talking about? Because you put on these other shows and it's so intense or dramatic or weird. And it's like I'm already like having issues. I don't need to watch other people have issues reminding me of my issues. Sometimes you just need to put something on TV that's just stupid and frivolous and comfortable. It's just like, it's like comfort food. You know, it's like eating your mom's recipe or something.
Yeah.
And for me, that's iCarly.
iCarly's bucktooth ass is my comfort food. I gotta give it up, dude. This is our boy right here, bro.
Has he mentioned this before? How did that person know?
His love of iCarly?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
Like,
I mean, you remember we've seen like that one clip we saw of Nick where it was like that headline that was like, Nick Fuentes is this far right extremist. He's gonna shape the youth. And then the clip is just him playing Guitar Hero. He's playing like Nickelback in his fucking house with like the green screen behind him. It's like he's like a child, just an adult child. Aren't we all though? Like the older I get, the honest to God's truth is I just realized that we are all just kids with money. Like essentially, you know what I mean? That's really all it is. It's like adults are literally just kids with money.